Hey, Sergeant Crumbaker.
Yes.
It's William Montgomery here, in the flesh. Not doing too bad. Pretty busy these days. Never a dull moment. I'll tell you that.
All right. What can I do for you?
So yeah, I got your voicemail real quick here, and
Okay.
I do have a lot of basic questions, real quick. Just I figured if you wanted to run through them, it's a lot easier to talk when people are live, so you can get we can get deeper down this rabbit hole, or out of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can take a few minutes to talk about that if you have a question or two.
Yeah, just super basic. So, obviously the charge was dropped, the 189212. Do you know why that was dropped? If did anyone provide a reason?
So you're talking about the violation of bail bonds charge, the 188212?
Yeah, it was set for trial June 23rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just because a case is dismissed by the DA's office does not necessarily mean that there was not probable cause for the arrest. There was actually some confusion when you were booked in on a judge's part about you either being on a felony charge or a misdemeanor charge. As it stands, we were actually correct the original way that we booked you, but since we had modified it at the judge's request, the DA's office decided to go ahead and dismiss the case. So that's why that case was dismissed. It had nothing to do with a lack of probable cause. It was just the circumstances in terms of the class of crime that you were charged with.
So, I'm confused. So, I wasn't supposed to be charged with this bond violation charge?
No, we originally had booked you on a Class 6 felony. The judge that reviewed your original booking paperwork felt that we should have charged you with a misdemeanor crime, not a felony crime. So at his request, he had us modify the paperwork. When when the case got to the district attorney's office, they felt it should have been a felony case. And just since we had charged you with the misdemeanor and not the felony, they just decided to dismiss it instead of to move on with it. So, I mean, certainly that's within their preview to do that.
Sure, absolutely. But that means that if I was picked up off of a charge, which charge was I picked up off of? Was I picked up off of the misdemeanor charge, or was I picked up off of the felony charge?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's the same statute. It's just a different classification of crime. So the probable cause is the same. It just comes down to whether we felt it was a felony or a misdemeanor based on your pending charges that you were out on bond for.
Well, that would mean like a different set of elements. Like harassment elements have, you could be H or G. The two are mutually exclusive. So
it doesn't matter. The elements are the same whether it's a felony or misdemeanor.
So but the actual statute that I was picked up off of was 189212. I think we'll just call it B is the misdemeanor version, and we'll call it A the felony version. And so what I'm trying to say is what was I picked up off of, B or A?
You were actually arrested on the 188212 for the violation of bail bond.
Yeah. That's the main one. And then so what was the sub statute?
I don't know, sir.
Or I mean, basically, if you give me 10 seconds here, I have it in my phone. Anyways,
I guess we're just talking in circles.
No. Yeah, no. We're actually. I mean, this is good. We're actually making progress here. So, okay. So the question is, are you guys going to go ahead and charge me with a felony now on this?
No, we're not going to proceed with refiling the case. It was dismissed by the DA's office, so we're going to let that be. You still have your court case in municipal court for the standing on the median.
Wait, so so I'm violating bond allegedly here, and there's like a felon loose in the system allegedly, and you guys aren't going to charge me?
Under the circumstances right now, no, we're not, sir.
I mean, because that sounds like that. I mean, is there any reason why you would or shouldn't charge me with that?
Well, we have discretion on that, and given the circumstances that the DA's office chose to dismiss it for their reasons, I don't feel the need to rearrest you and refile that case. Because that if they've already made their decision to dismiss it at this point, there's no need to bring that back up.
So, is it in a rough wording? Is it like bank error in my favor? Because that sounds not very legit. I mean, you guys are supposed to be doing your jobs regardless. It sounds to me like you needed to go ahead or it sounds like you still need to go ahead and recharge me. on the felony.
Yeah, why didn't you get charged with a felony? Then?
I'm really concerned here because, technically speaking, if the public knows that there's discretion here that's being used, but it's not necessarily used for the right reasons, I mean, what reason would you guys have to give the public as to why I shouldn't be charged with this felony? I clearly allegedly violated bond while I'm bond, right?
So it was, like I told you, it was the DA's decision. They dismissed the case, so we're done with that matter. It happens in cases every now and then. So as far as we're concerned, it's a done deal.
Interesting. Very interesting. So let's say I get convicted of this underlying municipal code median charge. You guys aren't going to turn around the next day and arrest me with what you claim is probable cause that I violated bond now that you have your conviction, if it's kind of down that paradigm that I was arguing?
In terms of this specific thing, probably not. But as long as you keep complying with your bond conditions, no, sir, we have no reason to arrest you unless we have probable cause to do so. If you violate your bond conditions again, no.
Okay, so it wasn't dropped because of the fact that the municipal code charges were already going to trial, but after the bond violation charge, so the due process violation. You guys never decided that was the reason. So basically, what I'm trying to say is in the future, if I were to go out onto that median again right now, you guys would go ahead and write me the median ticket, as well as go ahead and arrest me with the same type of bond violation charge. It would just simply be a felony.
That is correct, yes.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'll just take that with a grain of salt. Just for future reference, if that were to be the case, just what is it called? Rhetorically speaking, what would you guys be able to convict me off of if I hadn't gone to trial for the underlying municipal code charge?
Well, I'm not going to talk about what your convictions are. I'm not going to get...
Yeah, I know. That's
It's all going to come down to is what the violation is that you committed at the time and what your current bond conditions are. And I'll be honest with you, Mr. Montgomery, I haven't looked at your stuff for a while. I don't even know if you're still out on bond on anything. So, I mean, I'm not going to play all the what-ifs.
Of course.
So, do you have any other questions for me?
Well, okay, so I was arrested off of the bond violation charge, but it was the misdemeanor subsection, assuming that there are two subsections, one for felonies, one for misdemeanors.
Yeah. We've already talked about that, so do you have any other questions besides that?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is if the probable cause was established with either a judge signing off on a warrant or warrantless arrest affidavit that was filled out and then signed on after the fact, I guess I'm still confused because you're admitting that it's the wrong charge that I was picked up off of, and there's evidence now of this felony concept of a charge out there. And so, if I'm picked up off of a misdemeanor,
I never said that, sir. What I said is that you were arrested for a bail bond violation. It just came down to whether it was a felony or a misdemeanor. You were originally booked on a felony charge. It was modified to a misdemeanor. The elements are the same. The probable cause is the same.
What did the judge sign off on? Did they sign off on the felony one, or did they sign off on the misdemeanor one?
The judge signed off on the misdemeanor one.
Aha, see, that's my point. The judge signed off on a charge that is clearly not valid. You guys just admitted it, and so we're still back to the same point of the judge should have signed off on a felony. And so I was arrested off of a misdemeanor. You say I was arrested off of a felony, but then whatever was presented to the judge for validation of your probable cause, you took the judge's advice and in error did the wrong thing, but that's not my problem. I was arrested off of statutorily, it looks like a misdemeanor. And it turns out, it turns into a felony, but that's not just like a harassment can turn into let's say an 18911H misdemeanor harassment doesn't turn into an 18911H felony. Every felony and every misdemeanor has its own subsection, has its own elements. They're completely mutually exclusive of everything else. You can get a bond. Actually, technically speaking, I should be able to get a misdemeanor bond violation and a felony bond violation, since both of my cases that are out there right now are felony ones and misdemeanor ones. So what I'm trying to say is the two are mutually exclusive. A bond violation charge that is a misdemeanor one and a bond violation charge that is a felony one. What I'm trying to get at here, what my original...
Is there anything else that we can discuss, Mr. Montgomery?
Well,
because we're just talking in circles. If not, have a great day, and I think we're done discussing this.
Well,
because we're just in circles.
Okay, circles aside, if your position is simply put that you guys had probable cause to pick me up with a misdemeanor and went ahead and dropped that, and somehow in this argument you claimed that there was a probable cause for a felony, but then it really wasn't signed off on, throw yourself under this bus, because I'm just going to go to your boss now, because I was arrested off of a misdemeanor and you're telling me I should have been arrested off of a felony. That sounds to me like an objectively reasonable cop would pick the felony, and that's not what happened that night, and that's why I tried to report this to Internal Affairs. So if you guys don't want to do anything about that, if in the future you're going to go ahead and arrest me on a felony, then it sounds to me like you learned that lesson, which is sort of intellectual theft on my part. And so the objectively reasonable cop you guys got to learn live through using me illegally. And that's why it's a false imprisonment. That's why you didn't have probable cause. And that's why I have no choice but to turn around and do 42 USCs, because I can't get through to you guys any other way. So you literally just admitted everything. You think that we're going around in circles, but the judge stamped a misdemeanor. You guys said felony here. That's your reasoning for dropping it. If you recharge me with anything, that's going to extra prove that you picked me up off of a fake charge. So it's like double jeopardy in that way, but not, because you guys could do whatever you want. The whole point is the fact that you can pick me up off of this felony and say you have probable cause for a felony. You can't have probable cause for picking me up both with a felony and with a misdemeanor. They're different subsections. Same statute, different subsections.
Opinion, if you would like to take other steps to proceed, that's certainly your right. Okay.
So, so you guys could recharge me, but you're not, because why again?
Because that is a decision that we have made based on honoring what the district attorney has decided to do with the case.
Okay, wait a second. Oh, that's actually a really good question. Did you decide this, or did the DA? Who decides the charges?
Mr. Montgomery.
Who decides? No, really. You guys are the ones that presented the charges to the DA. Are you telling me that the DA is the one that makes the decisions for you guys now, and that you didn't decide to drop this, that you went ahead and would otherwise still be pursuing this as a misdemeanor?
Once a case is filed with the district attorney's office, that is what they do with the case is their discretion. We initiate the case based off of probable cause. The prosecution of the case is their matter, and what they choose and how they choose to dispose of that case is their business. We have nothing to do with that, sir.
Wow. Oh, man. You guys, I hate to say this, but, man, you guys are just in really big trouble. You just admitted to picking me up illegally, and you can't even admit that was illegal. You just said that the alternative, you even admitted the objectively reasonable cop would do something else. And that was my whole point. And that was one of the 3 or so reasons why I was going to argue this. I was waiting for you guys to clarify. I was actually going to do a motion to clarify or something like that, a bill of particulars, because I actually was going to see if you guys would drill down to realize that you shouldn't have picked me up off of a misdemeanor and it should have been a felony. Because obviously let's put it this way, sir. The number one reason why I feel like you guys didn't have probable cause for picking me up that night is because the case numbers that they referred to in my actual charge for that were felony cases, and one of those already had a bond felony charge in it. So if anyone actually read their homework, read through my paperwork as they were arresting me, they would quickly realize that I already had a felony for this exact same concept of committing a misdemeanor, which 16028 was only a misdemeanor of trespassing while out on felony bond attempting to influence. So the fact that I had a felony charge in there already in my system, nobody should have accidentally done this whole, we accidentally picked you up off of a misdemeanor and then decided to change our mind. You guys didn't do your homework in the first place. It sounds to me like you had every piece of evidence accessible, my previous cases, to go ahead and charge the felony. And so if you want to go ahead and stand by this, throw yourself under that bus, please. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Montgomery.
You're in big trouble, man. Take care. Peace out. Bye. Hey, wait, actually, oh my gosh. Quick question. Are you there? Dang it.
What was the question?